Hi everyone, this is Alba and hope everyone is okay. Hope everyone is keeping up well. And first and foremost, I would like to thank everyone. I want to thank everyone who has sent love, sent prayers, everyone who has checked up on me, everyone that is supporting me, everyone that's helping me share. I would like to thank you and pray that God blesses you for everything that you're doing for me. It means a lot to me. And I would still encourage you to keep sharing. Please don't just watch, because this is not like a show for people to watch. Like, I want people to learn. I want people to help others, like the people around you. I want to use my story. Like, I've been getting a lot of questions, and that is why I'm going to record. Like, I'm going to talk about all of those things. That is why I recorded this, to talk about the reason why I'm sharing my story. I'm not just sharing my story to share my story and end there. This is a journey. Like, this is, I came out to talk about these things and push this, like advocate for this. I don't want to stop by sharing my story. I'm going to keep on like talking about these things. I'm going to keep on like enlightening a lot more in every part that I share. So I'm still going to be checking my phone so that I don't forget everything that I want to talk about, because it's a lot. And again, you would have to bear with me. I'll be, I keep losing my breath. Yeah. So I'll be taking breaks to catch my breath. And thank you. So the first thing is, I want to address the fact that people are asking me, some people, or maybe some people that are not asking but are not understanding why I'm sharing my story. There is something that's called destiny and fate. Yes, so I was still talking about something called destiny and fate. I believe we go through things in life and experiences in life for a reason. So everyone on this earth has a purpose. And I believe with your experience in life, whatever you go through is a process for you to find your purpose in life. I kept going on, I kept having these things going on in my life. And within that time, I had no one to talk to. I had no one to really confine in or help me make sense of what was going on. So I constantly used to pray and talk to God and told Him, like, help me make sense of these things. Help me understand why I'm going through these things. Help me understand why I'm suffering like this. And just that time, in just that amidst all those things, I discovered, like, maybe God wants me to use my story to help people. So with everything that happens, it happens for a reason. So I don't understand why people don't. People would question me. Why am I sharing my story? Why am I doing this? Why am I like exposing myself like this? It is not that big of a deal, I believe. Like, a lot of people go through worse things. People even do like bad things, way bad than the experiences that I had. And again, I kept saying this. I didn't ask for these things. No one wakes up one day and says, I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to be mistreated. I'm going to be treated like this. So I come back here and tell people that this and this happened. I mean, come on. No one does that. So I did all this because I feel like this is my purpose. People fail to find their purpose in life. People die without finding their purpose in life. God has a reason why we are here, and He uses us to pass on a message. He uses us because we are here for one another, and He uses us to help one another. Like, He uses us. Everyone has a reason to be on earth. So if you discover yourself, if you take time and go through the experiences that you go through, like the difficulties, the good times, everything that you go through, and you sit down and talk to yourself and ask yourself, why am I going through? What is my purpose in life? Actually, that is the most important thing in life. Dying with like chasing riches, like chasing wealth, chasing a lot of things. It's not the purpose. Like, it's not the purpose why we're here, because this life is not ours. This life is God's life. Like, He's the one that enables us to live. So the main part of us is finding the purpose why God put us on this earth. And I believe for me to come out and share my story, that is the reason why God put me here. Because at the end of the day, I'm just a flesh. Today I'm here breathing, and tomorrow I'm not here. What am I leaving behind? I chose to leave my story to help other people out there, to help my nieces and nephews, like the people, my family members, the girls out there in the world. So it is okay for me to do this. I don't want people to feel like, why are you doing this? Why are you embarrassing yourself? And I didn't just wake up today and started to share my story. Excuse me. I didn't wake up today to share my story. I wanted to share this as far as and as long ago as 2016, but I've never found the measures to do it until today, until the time that we recorded the story. So it is not something I just woke up and said, "Oh my God, I want to share my story." And before I wanted to share my story because I wanted to be helped. I wanted to be saved. I felt like I needed someone to come into my life and help me. And right now, okay, I would need someone to come into my life and help me. I need help, but right now that is not my main focus. I'm not paying that much attention to that anymore. I just want to inspire. I just want to help. I just want to push a message that I believe is so important. So that is why I caution people not to just watch, because mental illness is like a disease. It's a disease. It's not like a disease. It is a disease. Today you might think you're fine, you're doing everything you want, you're living your life perfectly, but this thing will come and get you. You can just lose a loved one, or lose business, or lose something very important to you, and then you dip in, like you fall into a depression or anything, or just like life events that bring up like this illness. So I don't just want people to just watch. You have, like, most of you have children, some of you have children, like, you don't know what it is like to be a girl out in the world. You don't. So when you, like, most of, okay, maybe you know, but you don't know the experiences, most of the experiences. So it's very important for you to listen for yourself, listen for your children, listen for your family, and get something out of the message. And I've actually come to see, like, when people like were asking me, why are you doing this, maybe you didn't have to do this, like, people actually want me to live my life the way they want me to live it, or they want me to live my life the way they would have lived theirs, which I am not going to do. I've taken in a lot on my own. I've taken in everything on my own. So when I decided I want to do this, it was because of it was the end result of all the things that I've faced and been like going through by myself. So the decision was up to me to do what I needed to do. So, and that is what I did. I mean, like, I still wanted to touch on the part where, like, I had to go through most things on my own. The fact that I never got treatment for being, like, having mental illness, dealing with these things that I don't understand at a very young age, having depression, having anxiety, having insomnia, because I remember even when I was young, I would have difficulties to sleep. So I took all these things on my own, all this, the pain, the experiences. Like, I'm not going to come out and say everything right now, like most of my life experiences, but I will still share. I hope to still share these things in the future. As long as I still live, I pray I get to live as long as I can. So I've gone through everything on my own. So you would think when someone goes through these things alone, like, people around you, like, don't really, like, they never really took a point to listen or to ask me or to intervene in my life and ask me what I'm going through, or even when I used to show signs that something is wrong with me. So excuse me. So when I took my pain and took my experiences to use it for something and for the better, I would expect people to be, like, to be thankful for this, like, I mean, to be okay with this, and not criticize or judge. Yeah. So basically, like, still talking about, like, my experiences, like, I used to be so, like, I've always been this good person. I've always been so selfless. I do everything wholeheartedly, like, for everyone that is around me and everyone that has been around me. And I've always been giving so much. Like, I've always been giving myself, sacrificing my happiness, sacrificing everything, like, for others. And I was hoping for the same in return. Like, I would want the same in return, because I felt like I needed I needed someone to notice me the way I am and help me or hold my hand and be with me. But that was not the case. So when you see me, you know, like, everything that I'm doing is because of, like, no one is, like, I believe most of the times, like, the things that you're going through and the experiences and the people, most of the times the people around you, most times, like, are the ones that push you to do things that you do sometimes. Because if you have a friend that you really can confide in, that you know that can understand you, you can't go and post a status crying out for help. Because most people share, like, statuses and posts, and they are literally showing that they're going through something, they need help. Like, they feel like maybe someone out there is going to understand them better than the people that are around them. So we need to also check ourselves, like the people who we are to the people around us, like not just come out and judge. Why is he or she posting such statuses? Why is he or she posting about his personal life? Like, you reach a time when you don't know what to do. Like, you're boiling up, things are bubbling up inside you. You don't, the people around you can't really trust them, and you just post out there thinking like maybe you get comfort or empathy or sympathy from someone, anyone out there. So we need to check ourselves as well, and as well, I would want to. I had gone to take a break. So, anyways, the other like sad thing that is going on around here is a lot of people, in the other countries, like in the well-developed countries, or let me say just in the maybe in the USA or other countries, when you see a celebrity or when you see someone that's motivational or someone that is influential, you would think these are the people that have been put there to help, like pick on, like look out for people that are going through certain things to help them bring out their messages, help them because a lot of people, like I've approached a lot of people that someone comes out here and says they're advocating for sexual abuse and harassment. Someone is talking about, I went through depression, we would want depression to be known, like we would want mental illness to be acknowledged, and so on and so forth. And then you reach out to these people and they're just ignoring you. And it is so sad because these are the people that are, I believe I am not alone, because I used to approach these people, like a lot of celebrities out here, and I was disappointed. And thank God by this time, I'm like used to it. Like, I'm numb to everything. I don't care if someone ignores me as long as I've tried. And I'm thankful that some other people are not ignoring me. But it is hypocrisy to see someone that would help, like, even in just posting something. Like, what does it cost you to post something? Because I've reached out to bloggers, and these people, I don't know, maybe they need money to post these things. And you would see these people, they give people false hopes. Like, you would think, like, somewhere, like, in those other countries, like in the USA, the reason why these people, like, they call America the land of dreams, I mean, like, to go and live the American dream, is because these celebrities, like, if you see someone that is advocating for something or is trying to push a dream, they see you and say, oh my God, I want to be with you, like, I want to see you, what are you about? Like, you give someone a chance. It doesn't take anything to sit someone down and listen to them. If you see, like, they are serious of what they are doing, like, you are support them. It doesn't take anything for you to make a post and do it. I don't know if people want me to go out and call out names, like other people go out and call out names. I'm calling out this minister, I'm calling out this celebrity, I'm calling out this and this. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's hypocrisy. Like, you people are giving people false hopes, because people are out here looking for who is going to help me, who is going to make me understand. Girls are out here, like, looking for people who can help them. Like, we are looking for someone who can caution the government to make better justice systems, because our systems are not good. Like me, I went through several rape cases. I went through stuff that you would want to go and report to the police. But then when you think, like, people just go and bribe the police and you can't get justice. Justice here is bought. So when I see someone like a celebrity or someone influential, like, you can help caution people, like, it's better. Prevention is better than cure. Like, you prevent these things by sharing my story. A lot of girls would see these things and be like, you know what? Or a lot of parents, or sisters or siblings, like, you have a young sister, you know what? Like, you protect them, get more involved in their lives, like, be there for them, because our system right now is not going to help us. Right now is not going to help us. So when you see someone advocating for something, someone has come out to do something that's very important like this, and then when you ignore them, like, it's just so hypocritical. Because a lot of girls out there are dying. I believe I'm not the only one that has reached out to celebrities in their inboxes, to people, like, helping me. And I don't know if people thought I wanted money. I didn't want money. I wanted someone who can help me push my story, like someone to stand with me and make this message bigger than I am, like, because I don't have any big platforms. Like, people with bigger platforms, you stand with someone and say, I am standing with this person. Like, by doing that, by coming together, then the government can also, like, listen. But I am not going to come out here as me and people, like, the government will listen to me because I was raped, or because I was mentally abused, or because we need better services for mental illness in this country. They are not going to do that. And you've seen these things like when people come out here and advocate for things, when they come together, sometimes the government listens. So if you just come here and just watch my videos and then go and sit back, like this is going to, I'm not saying this out of malice, but this is life. Today we are fine, today we are not. So you never know what's going to come and hit you. So it's best for us to make this out of ourselves. And let's not be hypocrites, because we are giving these girls, we are giving people who are going through a lot false hopes, like thinking I can reach out to this person and they help me. Like you would even want to, like sometimes people like with mental illness, like when you ignore them, the neglect and reject, it can even want to it can even make you want to end your life, because you're like, the people around me are not helping me. And even I'm trying to reach out these people that you would think, because when you see movies, you see like people, when a celebrity notices a child or a girl or a woman or a man that is trying to advocate for something, they get involved there, and then like they want to see you, they want to meet you. It doesn't cost anything. We are here, like I keep saying this, we lose focus. We think we are here for the riches, we think we are here for the good life that we are protecting, but that's not the purpose why we are here. We are here for one another. So when someone comes out to advocate for these things, for to do these things, and we should be involved, not just post, like some people like just post, go check out her page. Like send a message that pushes someone to go and check my page, because at the end of the day, today you may not need my messages, like my message, or you may not need to hear my story, but tomorrow you may need it. So I wanted to touch so much on that issue of hypocrisy. And then as well, yeah, again, I've said, like I've talked about that, like sharing these things for our children, sharing these things for our siblings, sharing these things for our friends. Like if you have friends that you care about. People taking mental illness for granted, people seeing me for a joke, because some people, I think, see me for a joke, like, oh, you're coming out like you're coming out here to advocate for mental illness. No one really cares. And even you, the person that's saying this or thinking this, you never know like what is going to happen to you tomorrow. And some of us are young. It doesn't even matter about the age, but we are having children, we are having family members, and this is something that we are living with. And with our generation right now, it is even going to get worse. And I believe it's already worse and out here. It's just because we don't pay attention to it, we are not minding so much about it, but it's already out here. The generation that we are living in is very, very bad. There's a lot of things that are going on that would lead for younger ones, that would lead even us to mental illness, like that would lead us to having mental illnesses. There's a lot of, like, this generation is in a lot of like competition. A lot of people like they see things online, and they want to be like the things they see online. They would do anything. Like a lot of children, and especially like campus students, and even like the ones from high school, they see something online and they want it. You don't know what someone is doing to get this, and for you, you're willing to do anything to do these things. Your children, like the children out here, like, I want to be like that, I want to do this, I want to live in competition, I want to prove this. Like it is like a competition, that a big competition that is going on, and these things lead to a lot of mistakes that would lead to mental illness. And most of the time you see someone is addicted to different things, and actually, like, most people get addicted to things because of mental illness, and they don't even know like it's mental illness pushing it to them. You see people getting used to drugs, getting used to addicted to drugs, addicted to alcohol, addicted to sex, but it's mental illness that is pushing them, and people don't know that they are mentally sick. And when I say mentally sick, I don't mean someone that is sick, like schizophrenic, like someone who has lost their mind or something like that. I don't want to sound offensive, but I mean someone that, just like you see a broken bone, like someone with a disability. This disability is on the brain. When you feed so much things to your brain, like, it gets affected. When you feed it with so much sadness, like when you're depressed, like you're over sad, like you're always sad, you're feeding it with sadness, so it loses out on the happiness and joy that it's supposed to push through to you, and then you start like getting disabled, and that is how you get mental, like you get the illness. And with that comes a lot. You start getting insomnia, you start, like, it's a lot. I'll keep like trying to teach as much as I've also like read and learned about this with my experiences. I'll keep like talking about this so people can understand and people can know, like, if I'm going through this, how can I handle this? And basically I also want to help people to know how they can help themselves, because actually when you look out, no one is really going to help you. Like, as far as like I know, some things you have to face on your own, and you have to know how to deal with them. You have to coach yourself on how to deal with things, like I did, because I've never got professional help. And I think that is why, I don't even think, that is why I kept pushing myself to making the same mistakes, to making the same things, because I never got professional help. And when you catch this thing early, when you catch yourself like going to dealing with a mental illness, when you catch it early and you learn to deal with it yourself, it actually helps than not knowing what you're going through, but you keep doing things thinking that it's what's going to help you, it's what's going to make you like okay, and you're not going to be fine just by doing that. Sometimes you need counseling, self counseling, or maybe like professional counseling or medication. But I don't want to go into that. Like, I don't want to touch into that because I've never got medication myself. So yeah, so as I'm concluding, I would still want to caution people and pass this on that I am not sharing my story just for sharing or for entertainment or for just watching. I am sharing to teach, I am sharing to inspire, I'm sharing to help, I'm actually sharing to heal, because I feel like if I'm to do something, like, I feel like where I'm going to find joy is doing something that I'm happy about. So yeah, and the most important thing is not just watching. Please don't just watch. Watch and learn, watch and get something out of this, watch and share, watch and like call upon people to come and see these things. Watch and maybe help me share these things. Help me if you know any, like, anyone that can take interviews from me. I'm willing to take interviews. Anyone that is genuinely willing to be involved with me and help me push my message, I'm open to that. Like, I just want to help. I feel like, I don't feel like, but I know God put me on this earth to help people. But again, I want to caution people, like, don't be hypocrites. Don't be ignorant. Don't take things for granted. Depression and actually mental illness is real. Mental illness is around us. It is in our day-to-day lives. A lot of people have come to me and asked me, oh my God, I would never have imagined you went through these things. I've been seeing your posts. I've been seeing you looking good. And you don't really know, you never really know what someone is going through. And with this, the way we are going, like the direction we are taking, a lot of people, if people don't get help, are going to be like doing the worst of things to themselves. I don't want to say things that are not like good, but a lot of people are going to get fed up. A lot of people are going to get fed up of dealing with things by themselves, of not being understood. They are going to get fed up because of the pressure. Like, you see things like other people being okay, other people being better, and your life is not adding up. Like, things are not happening for you. You put yourself into this pressure. A lot of people are going to make mistakes that are going to lead them to getting fed up of their lives. So if we help each other, if we push these messages, like this message, we would make a difference, because they keep saying one man can change the world, but I believe one man with the help of the world can change the world. So no one can do something by themselves. We need an extra hand. We need to help one another. We need to, don't just share these things and just share the link and be like, don't, and not put out a message, because you could have someone actually that is going through the same things that I'm going through, that is making mistakes that are going to lead them to their worst like life nightmares, and you can't tell. You can't you can't really tell. Like, you can't really see through someone, because I've been living my life like I've got it all together. I am okay. I do my eyebrows, I put on my clothes, I go to work, I be around people I love, but in deep inside, like I'm losing myself. I sit with people and laugh with them and go back home, I want to commit suicide. I talk to people like I'm fine and then go back home like I want to end my life. I cry myself to sleep. I don't sleep. People keep asking me, why are you so small? Maybe you don't eat. Why don't you have, I keep telling them I don't have appetite. They keep me, why you don't want to eat? You have to eat. You have to do this. Like, you have to. But I do, like, I'm battling with something you don't really know. I am losing weight because I can't sleep, I can't eat, I keep crying, like I'm battling something you don't understand. And let's just, please, let's just be more like supportive. Let's just be more supportive. Share these things, caution people to understand these things, because we need to know these things. Just like you people are being cautioned about COVID-19, just like you people are being cautioned about AIDS. This is a real disease that can kill you. This is a real disease that can take away your loved one. This is a real disease that can take away your child. Because I made a lot of mistakes. I've been through a lot of things, trust me. You will see my story, but a few of the things I held to myself until when I'm comfortable to talk about them. And you would never believe. You would never believe, but it's because we ignore each other. We ignore we ignore these things. We ignore other people's actions. You keep seeing someone is smoking over and over again. You keep seeing someone drinking. You keep seeing someone distant from others. You don't know, like, you don't pay attention. You just say, let me just leave. Maybe she just doesn't want to be around us. Maybe he just doesn't care. But they are going through something. They just want to be saved. They just want to be helped. So please, let's be more supportive of one another. Let's be more, let's be there for one another, because that is the reason why we are here. That is the reason why God made us, like, be in a world where there's a lot of people, so that you have people to turn to, like, you can help others. Whereas someone is not able to help themselves, you help them. When you can't help yourself, they help you. But we lose focus of this. We lose focus of this, and it is so sad. So anyways, I would like to thank you for listening to me. Thank you for supporting me, and stay well, and God bless you. Until next time, I'm actually uploading another video on Sunday, another part of my story, and I actually have not yet gone through the first part, but I'm going to combine them within next week. Hopefully I'll go through those. I want to touch up on a few points in every video, so after I upload the Sunday video, I'll continue to I've lost the word I wanted to say, but I'll continue to touch upon every, like, point, and answer a few more questions. But for now, I wanted to tell people why I'm sharing my story and where I'm going with this. I want to advocate for this till the death of me, till my last breath. I want to help people, I want to inspire, I want to change the world. So thank you very much. Continue subscribing, continue sharing the links, continue following me. I've actually not gotten any people liking my Facebook page, because these are the places where I'm going to be using to communicate. If I'm going to post something, I'm going to be using my social media handles and then post on my YouTube channel. Like, continue sharing this, continue, like, following me, please. Thank you, and God bless you. And thank you again to everyone who is supporting me. Like, thank you so much. It means the world to me. Thank you, and God bless you. Take care. Stay safe, actually.